Go live. Okay. Okay. Ah! Is it working? Can people in the chat tell me if it's working or not? I'm turning this up a little bit. Can you hear me? Maybe I need to turn this off. Ah! Yes! Hello, 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 hello. Oh my gosh. I'm so nervous. Like, I'm literally like shaking because I've never done anything like this before. Okay, so today we are making a scrappy bug. I'm going to try and make something like this for my living room. I've got all the pieces here, but if I need to like go out a shop to collect more scraps, then I might need to. So let's have a look at the chat. I've managed to get that to work as well. Oh my god, so people have like 4 o'clock in the morning. That is so early. Oh, that's so early. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Camille. I hope I'm saying that right. Melissa, Gabby, Denise, Terry, not Martini. Is that because you like martinis? Right, okay. So I've already made the body of this bug because there's just so many like scraps. I just don't want it to go everywhere. It's a dust hazard. So yeah, we're just gonna like crack on and start embellishing this. I thought I'd show you what bits I've got. I've got lots of. I really love pink and green at the minute. It seems to be my colours. So I've got lots of pinks, greens, lace, and stuff. I just need to say that there is like a slight delay with the chat. So I'm hoping if you've got any questions, please like ask away and I will do my best to look at the chat and speak. Just double checking. I've got my partner downstairs making sure everything's okay. So, right. Oh, you do like martinis, but that's not why you chose the name. Fair enough. What's your favourite drink? Mine's gin. Any gin. I love any flavour gin with tonic. I used to hate tonic because I thought it was really harsh, but now I love it. Right. Let's start scrapping. Yeah, I could maybe sell my bugs, but the one thing is, it's just it. It depends on like sizing and like packaging, and like trying to send things that are like international. I don't know if they will survive because they are quite like sturdy, but like with this one, like the legs are quite loose, and I'm not too sure. Like, how would you package that? Like, just put those like bubble wrap probably in like the areas or something, and then just chuck it in a box or something. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I did think about selling bugs, but I just really like the idea of encouraging other people to make bugs. They're so good for using up scraps, and it's really interesting because it kind of the idea came about quite randomly. Like I just looked at my studio wall and just thought, oh, it looks really plain. I'm going to spend like a whole Sunday just making something fabric for it. And I love beetles. I love bugs. I love beetles. And it kind of just came about, and yeah, people really liked it. And it's got to be my most popular video on YouTube, I think. And now that we have like a paid tutorial thing where you can make uh, any item, and I show you how to make like the wings and stuff as well, which I think is pretty cool. I'm trying really hard to not like blabber. That's just something that I do. I'll just quickly show you. So this is what I'm doing. I'm adding the head. That looks a bit weird. I'm adding the fabric to the head of this, and I'm kind of just smothering it and then doing like a whip stitch around the whole bottom of it. I did think about maybe doing hot glue, but I thought not. I should have bought my thimble. I might go grab my thimble because this is quite hard to... Like when I do this, I usually try and put the needle through the upper layer of fabric rather than the whole thing because it's too hard to do. Right, let's have a look at the chat. 4 o'clock in the morning, people. That is so early. Whereabouts in the US are you guys? Some people from the UK. Fab. Yes, the antenna would get squished. The legs would get squished for the packing of it. Australia, hello. Hello, Australians. I won't do my Australian accent because I think it would offend people. Ireland. Oh, I've only ever been to Ireland once, but that's somewhere that I would really love to go to. And Scotland. I've never been to Scotland. I would like to do that route where you go to like the Scottish Highlands. Is it? Yeah, it is the Scottish Highlands. At like winter time, and I'd love to go see like the lakes and stuff as well. I think that'd be really cool. What did you use for stuffing? Scraps? Yes. There is like a free YouTube video on this, but basically from my overlocker, I have loads and loads and loads of diddy little scraps, and then obviously like little off-cut bits as well. Some that are just like not very nice looking, and because when I don't really do as many like tea towel dress like garment making at the minute, so I've like accumulated loads of scraps. So all I do is I get like a big like 60 by 60 centimeter scrap bit of fabric, put the scraps in, wrap it up like a little baby, and then I get twine or cotton string, whatever you want, and then I wrap it loads, tie it around at the back, and then kind of form the body by just like concentrating the cotton twine. So that's what I do. What else? 8 p.m. Oh, okay. Nice. Having a late... Oh, South Africa. Again, I'd like to go to South Africa as well. What else has been said? Canada. Oh, I'd love to go to Canada. There's so many places I would love to go to, and I feel like I've been to like a lot of Asian countries when I went traveling 5 years ago. So I've been to like Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Vietnam, and they were so lovely. But yeah, I'd love to visit everywhere. I think I've said it before. One of my dreams is to maybe do like a road trip in America at some point. So like I would maybe host workshops, and then instead of like people paying to come to the workshop, maybe they could like house me for a night or like take me out to their like city and like show me what you guys do. But yeah, that's probably going to be many years, hopefully, down the line, but we shall see. What's the part to say in here? I feel like I'm talking so quickly. I do know that. Daisha said NSW is Australia, by the way. And I said, I know. I've sent stuff to Australia before. Let's have a look. Sweden. Again, I'd love to go to Sweden. That'd be amazing. I'm thinking a Christmas fabric bug would be very me. Oh, that'd be quite cool. I reckon you could use this technique to make gonks, which I actually made one last year. They're like these little gnome looking things, and they're great for using up scraps. You just make the body and you make this little pointy hat and beard and stuff. So maybe we could sort of next month schedule a little live and do a gonk, because I reckon you wouldn't need a pattern for it either. We could literally just, I don't know, like wrap scraps and make little shelf sitting gonks. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm nearly there with the head. This is actually very neat stitching from me. You see. which is quite sad because we're gonna like cover it with a bit of fabric anyway. But it's nice and therapeutic, I think. Oh, what else is being said? Helen. Hello, Helen. Oh, went on my thing. Uh, Australia has actual Christmas beetles. They're iridescent. What do you mean? As in, like, they only come out at Christmas time? Or what do you mean? I feel like I want to look this up. Is it called a Christmas beetle? Is it like an actual beetle thing? Uh, Let me know because I'm really interested in that. I've only just in the last month or so realized that it's over there. That bug that I made, the green one with the wings, is called a. Oh, is it a cicada? I might not say that right. Cicada. Um, Apparently you can get them in the UK, but I don't think they're as common, and I don't think they're as vibrant as the ones in. I think it might be Australia. I'm not too sure. I feel like Australia have a lot of pretty cool bugs. I love bugs. I just think bugs are amazing. And it's interesting because I did a dress for some. Oh no, it was a tea towel kit for someone once, and they said they had like a huge fear of bugs, so they didn't want any bug themed fabric, like even butterflies. Did not want it on the fabric. So I thought that was interesting. I'd be so sad if I was scared of bugs. I'm not really scared of spiders either. It's a bit of a dream to hold a tarantula one day. Just I think they're quite cozy looking. Do you know what I mean? Oh, so weird. Right, let's have a look at what people are saying before we move to the next bit. Okay, right, gonk. We will definitely do a gonk tutorial live thing. Maybe do like a tutorial explaining it. Maybe like a YouTube tutorial explaining it, and then like we could do like a live thing together. It'd be good to like maybe get some different times in because I know, I mean, I feel really sad that people are getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You need your sleep. It is a real beetle. I am gonna look this up. A Christmas beetle. Is it called Christmas beetle? The Christmas. I can't spell. Christmas beetle. Australia? Iconic scarab beetles of the. Oh my god, that's really hard to say. Oh my god, they're like golden. This isn't. I hope that's not AI generated, is it? Can you see? That is gorgeous. Oh, you're so lucky. That is such a lovely looking beetle. Oh, look at his little legs. Beetles. I just think they're so sweet. Right, moving on to the next fabric. Let's do. Should we do some orange? I kind of want it to go like around the body. That's what I usually do. I do like a long strip because it doesn't have to go all the way to the back here. I just want it to go like here because we're going to have some felt to put on top. Sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, I kind of put the scrap on and then put some trimming on top and just knot it rather than sew it. But we've got a couple of hours, so let's try and be a bit more less lazy. Alright, let's see what else. Oh, they used to be everywhere, but the global insect population of them. Okay. Am I saying it right? Cicadas? Or is it cicadas? Or cicadas? I want to say cicadas. I feel like I'm getting it wrong. They are so loud. Yeah, I think that's like locusts and things like that. Sometimes when we go on like walks in not just North Wales but mainly North Wales because North Wales is beautiful. The locusts and the like crickets. Oh my god, they're so loud. And I used to have a bearded dragon a couple years ago, and you had to feed them live bugs, including locusts and crickets. Thankfully, I didn't actually lose any because I think I might have cried. I think my mum would have had a heart attack if I'd lost one of the crickets and locusts. um, but yeah, they used to eat them, and they used to be so loud. And it used to be quite sad because you had to buy them online, and they would come in a box that said live feed in it, and like the postman would like give it to me like. And yeah, so I had to feed my bearded dragon with one of them. I've had quite a few interesting animals, I think. I had gerbils. Are gerbils interesting to have? I feel like they're not as common as hamsters. And like they had, so gerbils had to come in pairs, and I got it for Christmas. I feel I am blabbering. I'm so sorry. That's like the nervousness in me. I feel less nervous now. I feel like now that it's all set up and sorted, I feel a lot more calm. And I'm so sorry about last week. So obviously this is my first ever live, and when I was trying to like set it up last week, oh, I didn't know that you could set it to private and public, so I just sort of randomly set it up, and then I only found out through someone on Instagram messaged me saying, "Are you aware this chat is happening?" And I was just like, "Oh no, what have I done?" I feel like I apologize all the time on this thing. So yeah, really sorry. It's sorted now. I now know how to do this. It's fine. Right, chat. Uh, Never heard of tarantulas as cozy. That's cute. I think they are quite cozy. They're just so fluffy and like I wouldn't want to be bitten by one, obviously, but I just think they'd be quite soft to feel. I'm not weird. I have a friend who's scared of butterflies specifically, even drawings of them. Really? Given trends in fashion and stationery, I feel like that must be difficult. Yeah, she would hate my studio. My God, I love butterflies. I've got butterfly bunting, which is from East End Press. So many people ask me about this. They're a Scottish company. I think they're Scottish. And they do loads of things. So I've got a butterfly, a beetle one. I've bought my sister a gothic themed one because I think they're doing like Halloween stuff. I've got like a parrot one. I've got like an autumn birds one. Obsessed. Um, she would also hate my clothing because I love butterflies. I have a really cool um, YouTube, two YouTube videos coming out today at 6 p.m. and it's about upcycling different kinds of scarves. And one of them is this yellow silk butterfly, and I've turned it into a top, and I've already worn it like 3 times since making it last week. Um, Love it. Right. What else has been said? Minnesota. I feel like I want to say that in an American accent. Minnesota. 4 a.m. here. Oh, guys, this is so sweet. Thank you. No, you're on your own with spiders. No, I'm not. They are so sweet. I don't. I tell you what, the one. So I don't like daddy long legs. That's the one that I really like. Why make them flying? I think that's the thing, and they're so spindly. And I was saying to my friend the other day, one of my weird goals is to try and catch a daddy long leg and like let it go, like free it. Because I never kill spiders. I never would kill a daddy long leg. I don't kill like bugs. But yeah, one of my goals is to catch a daddy long leg and let it go free. But just the thought of that kind of freaks me out. I know, I am weird. Um, oh, there's two Minnesota people. Fabulous. They're terribly friendly. We do carols by candlelight in a park usually, and they used to climb all over everyone. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my god, I want that. I want bugs all over me. I'd thrive in I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Clearly. I don't honestly, the only challenge I couldn't do on I'm a Celeb is the eating one. Ugh, no, I couldn't do that. But I could probably do everything else. I don't know, I don't like the idea of the unknown, so like putting your hand in like a box and trying to like feel things. But then I think if I was in a group setting, I think I'd be brave enough to do it. I think I could. Is there anything like you couldn't do? For me, it's eating. Just the trying to eat stuff. Ugh, some of the stuff they eat is vile. I just could not do that. And do you know what? The vegetarian one looks worse. Like the fermented beans and the duck egg. Ugh, no, thank you. Uh, I've had a plague of locusts. Oh, yes, I have seen was it like last year in America they had that swarm, and it was horrendous. Like people were like locked indoors because all their like doors were like covered in oh, in locusts. And they're quite big, aren't they? They're like you can get proper big ones. I swear like the UK the largest is like maybe that. And I could be wrong, but is the American ones like that? If you've just tuned in, we're talking about locusts, okay? Right, I've just done sort of the next bit of fabric, and I think I might just wrap some trimming around it now. I bought I don't know if I'm gonna put these on after, but you know I did that dyeing of textile bits. I got these like little, oh, your friend won't like this. It's a little butterfly. It's glistening. I think that could be really nice in there. But is it too pretty to put on a bug? Maybe. Maybe. What else are people saying? Both my cats are here watching you. Do you know what? It's quite bad. I don't really allow the cats in my studio just because, especially Bonnie, who's the youngest one, she just loves eating things, and I just know she would just eat all of my thread. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna wrap this round. Have I done this properly? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, doesn't stay very well. Okay, I might have to do this on the larger bit of the body. We'll do that. What colours have I got next? I've got this little bit of scrappy bit here. I feel like the living room is more green pink, which is fantastic because those are my favourite colours at the minute. So do I go for more pale or more green? I don't know. Could you imagine if I just made a bug and then had to redo my entire interior to match the bug? I do that for my hair, by the way. So whenever I change my hair colour, I match my wardrobe to my hair, because doesn't everyone? Let's see what else. Hi, I tend to try to do things quickly when making. I nearly missed you. Going to get beetle sketches done again in my new muck around sketchbook. Ooh. Do you know what? I've never drawn a bug other than for like templates. I bet that'd be quite therapeutic to do. Yes, in your defense, YouTube's interfaces need to see. Yes, complicated. Yes, it is really hot. Especially, I'm not very techy, as most of you probably know. And like, I was trying to look up forums for this on like how to do it, like panicking, and yeah, it was just so many like words that I just don't know. Like even interface, what's that? There's so many words, and like I think I've said it before. I genuinely have no idea how people do everything. Like, how do people do lives, and then how do people do uh Instagram successfully? How do people do what else? Patreon, Discord. Like, people are so like on it, and I feel so behind, and I hate it. We'll get there. We'll get there. I thought I'd be very techie because I'm young, 29, 30 in February. I feel like I should have made you guess what my star sign is. I feel like I am my star sign to a T, and my partner hates when I say that because he doesn't believe in star signs. But if you look up Pisces traits, I think I'm a Pisces to a T. What else? Husband said, "Is she speaking about tarantulas? They're prickly. Are they? But they look so soft. Like I'd like to stroke a tarantula one day. Are they? What, even like the little nibbly nibbly bits of their legs? I can't imagine them being like, oh, I can't imagine them being prickly. I'd still love them. I'd still. I was really jealous. When I was a kid, my auntie got to hold a tarantula. That's so random. So I'd really like to hold a tarantula too. I woke up at 2 a.m., couldn't sleep. Was nice seeing you doing a live. Love your channel and the purse I bought from you. Oh, thank you. What purse was it? I feel like I've not done the, the collage bags that I used to do. To be honest, this is my issue at the minute, and I was saying this to my partner yesterday. I feel like I do think I've got some like undiagnosed ADHD of some sort because I can't seem to focus on one thing, and I end up just like moving on to the next thing really quickly. So that is something I would like to work on because I really did love making the collage bags, even though they were quite difficult to make. And I think that's the reason why I haven't really done a tutorial for the zipped ones, the little, I should have bought one with me, but yeah, the little zipped ones. They're quite hard to do on a non-industrial machine because they're quite thick. Obviously you can change the sewing needle, and maybe I could like make it, I don't know, maybe I could like make it non-thick, but I just think the thicker the fabric, the higher quality it feels. Um, so I don't know. I might do that at some point. How did I even get onto that? Sorry. I just show you what I've done. I added the. I've added some trimming to this, and it's kind of holding this middle bit of fabric down. So I'm just gonna go over the top of this with a little whip stitch. Should I show you what a whip stitch is, just in case you don't know? So with a whip stitch, you've got your needle. Make sure you can see. You go through the main bit of fabric first, and then you catch the pink fabric sort of really close. Oh my god. So like really close to that edge, and then you pull it through, and then you do it again, but you move along by, I'm going to say like a centimetre. So through the purple, come out really close to the pink, and then and that's how you do a whip stitch. What else are people saying? So many daddy long legs here at the moment. I'm wondering if those not in the UK. Actually, yeah, that's a point. So September, October time is daddy long leg season in the UK. If you're not in the UK, do you know what a daddy long leg is? It probably has a more professional term, but like, is that something that people from the UK just call it? And why is it called daddy? Yeah, I'd love to know. Do you know what a daddy long leg is? If you don't know, it's this long, spindly thing. It's tiny, and they're actually poisonous, but the poison part is like closed. So they're actually poisonous and they're so small. Like the body of it is so fragile. Um, but they can fly. And they're erratic as well when they fly. And I swear they look at humans and they think, I'll just fly towards you. Yeah, why not? I swear they do that. Um, yeah, our plays, we have few during the millennium, or not playing generation. Oh, the locusts would fly up at every step you took, often right into your face. Oh, good God. Oh my God, yeah. That's awful. Um, Morning dot, lovely name. Working on bug legs. Yeah, I I don't love doing the bug legs. I just find that really tedious part of making bugs. Um, but I like the art. I like the way they look. But yeah, like when I do the workshops, I swear I can hear people like as a group go, oh, because you got to make six. And I think that's what it is. It's just like repetitive and just, ugh, you know what I mean. Um, Good morning, Susie. Sorry I'm late. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm surprised this is working. Night owl here. I need coffee. Thank you so much for doing this live. Oh, that's okay. I kind of was. It was like a start of a, what's it? Like a start of 2025 list thing, and like I was like proper panicking about it because it's a new thing. But I feel like if I'm trying to encourage people to be brave, whether that's starting a upcycling business or learning to sew, then I have to do some things that are brave to me. And this feels so brave. If you told like Pa Scarlett that I'd be doing this, I would not have believed you. Um, and also I want to be. I think I've said before, like I think community is so important, and I think there is such a like flourishing, big word, flourishing community here, and yeah. So I want to find my people, especially as like someone who works on their own all day every day. I'm always trying to like um find people, and I think I've found like a good group of people in person, and now like I want to find people online, and I think you learn from, oh, caught a leg. I feel like you learn a lot from people and different techniques, different cultures. Yeah, love it. Everything's about learning. Making them. I'm actually. Hi, they are not patterns. I hate making them. I'm actually sketching in my A6 sketchbook. I'd show you, but you don't have a community part on YouTube. What's what's a community part on YouTube? Is that not like posts? See, like I don't even know what this is. What's community part on YouTube? I'll add that to my notes to look that up after this. Uh, Community part YouTube. Oh my God! So like you can, what? So that's something you can like enable. Oh my God! Okay. Right. I will add that to my list. I've only just discovered Discord, which I've said before, I thought it was another word for chats on Patreon, but it's not. It's like a whole other thing. And I think it's originally was made for streamers on like Twitch, another thing that I have no idea about. So yeah, I've nearly sussed it. I've set up a server and I asked patrons yesterday about what different channels we can have. So channels are like different categories and then you talk, but you can also do like Zoom calls on that as well. So I thought that was really cool because then like we could do maybe like a monthly thing. Like maybe we could do like a monthly thing on YouTube, and then maybe a bi-weekly thing on Discord, on Patreon. Yeah, there's just so much to learn. There's always so much to learn. Right. Now moving on to the next bit of this body. I'm just having a look at my other. I might do this vertically. Vertically. Yeah, let's do vertically for this part. Oh. I like the fact that you can use hot glue for these bugs. I think it's really it's definitely needed for workshops. The last workshop that I did, we had 12 people come to that, and it was buzzing. No pun intended. And yeah, thank God for hot glue guns, because I really wanted people to go away with ideally like a fully formed bug, and I don't think people would have been able to if they only had sewing, because these do take time, and I think it's really like a calming way of just sitting and hand sewing, and you kind of don't really have to think about it too much. You just whack a bit of fabric on and start stitching, and I like that. um It's imposter syndrome. You do great. Oh, thank you. I've been setting up a YouTube, Instagram, and Shopify, sewing upcycled accessories, decor all year. Aim to launch winter. I often think it's only my style, and no one would buy it. Firstly, drop your business name if you've formed it already in the chat. I'm sure I can follow you. We can all follow you. See, I think upcycling is really interesting, and I think that has been a barrier for a lot of people, because upcycling, it's hard to almost find a style. I would say that was one thing that I really struggled with when I first started, and especially with, again, secondhand fabrics. You don't really know, how do I explain this? Like when I first started doing, before I did tea towel garments, I was just doing patchwork, and constantly I would sort of semi sell out, but that was mainly because there were certain colors that people gravitated towards, and I really wanted my thing to be all encompassing. And I hate like when business people say, "Oh, who's your niche? What's your style?" And I'd just be like, I don't know. I feel like I cater to a lot of people. Like if I wanted to do more gothy kind of colors, monochrome colors, then I can. I just have to find the fabrics. If I wanted to do more pastel, dreamy kind of colors, more bold colors, I think with upcycling, it's amazing because you can cater to all these different styles. But I do think it is really important when you do have an upcycling business that, of course, you can do various styles, but have something that makes you unique to yourself. I'm trying to think, I don't know how to explain it. I still don't really know how to explain it now. Like when I do my tea towel garments, even though they're all very different, very unique, I think a lot of people, well, I've had people in the comments of things being like, "Oh, that's an Afraid upcycling thing. Oh, that's from Scarlet." And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the patchwork that's maybe a bit more unique to me. Maybe it's the fact that it's tea towels and patchwork. Like if I had to explain my business thing, is it patchwork and tea towels? I don't know. I don't know. I think I've said before that it's kind of changing a little bit. I'm doing less made to order, less ready made, and more upcycling tutorials, YouTube, patterns, things like that, just because I really enjoy teaching. I just think it's really fulfilling. I love that people have been inspired to just start sewing, just even like hand sewing, and people have been inspired to do that. That is so fulfilling and amazing. I am blabbing. Sorry. Uh, da, 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 da. Surely do not fly. They are spiders that fly on their web. Oh, yeah. Though they are spiders that fly on their web strands, so far off place. Oh, God. Yeah. Isn't it true that spiders, when they're first born, they like fly through the air? I feel like I've caught that from like a documentary of some sort. But yeah, I feel like I've seen it somewhere in a documentary where like a strand of spiders just fly. I don't know. Working on a hug cape from a thrifted quilt. Fab. Have feeling it is going to get snazzified whilst watching this. Yes. I sometimes do university um university dissertation interviews, especially around sustainability and upcycling. And there was a woman from might have been Ukraine or Poland, I'm not too sure. And I think I just dropped in Snazzify into the conversation, and she was just like, "What's Snazzify?" I said, "Oh, it's like jazzy, but yeah, it's like a different word for jazzy." And yeah, so she really liked that word, and I think she plans to use it. Right, that's so neat from myself. Little whip stitch body there. I think we can add like one big piece there, and then we can start to embellish this. Yes, I would love to use this lace. It's just such a nice colour. In that last vlog video, that neon green on the bottle, I wish I still had it. I swear it was meant to be this green, which I think I wear more of, but it's come out. I don't know if I've got one near me. It's come out like neon green. And it's fine. I think I can work it into my wardrobe somehow. I think I can. And I don't know me, but if you ever want help with Discord, I've helped more than a few people out. I would love to take you up on that offer. Please email me and maybe we can have like a Zoom call, because it's just like another realm. But I think I think once you get the hang of it, it looks really like helpful and beneficial. I think it's just because it's a new thing to learn, and obviously you need time to like learn things. And I don't want it to be too complicated. I follow Lena Norm's Discord, and it just looks so nice. Like people are just so like helpful and like kind on there. So I want a sort of semi sewing one, but semi just interested in secondhand sustainability crafting. Doesn't have to just be sewing, it could be crochet, knitting. So just building like a really cool community on there. I would love that. Okay, I can take these pins out now. I'll keep them there. The back is looking rough, but that's fine because we're going to cover it with felt. Yeah, I think that's looking good. Oh, there's a bit of loose string. What colour to do next? I've got nice little bits of green. Yeah, my living room has got this like Art Nouveau wallpaper, which is green and dark pink. So maybe we could use this. This has got like a nice little circle on there. Oh, fab. Yeah, that will fit. Also, what I do for this, if you don't want it to look too scrappy, I usually kind of fold the fabrics and then whip stitch them on at the side here. It just makes it a little bit more neat. But I quite like. I've seen so many pictures of people's bugs and beetles, which is amazing. And I just love the way that people have interpreted the tutorial and I've like made it their own. I just love it. I love scrappy bugs. Yes, please. Yeah, send me an email, please, for Discord. Currently attempting to make scrappy patches and a scrappy bag. Work in progress, and maybe sometime. That's still cool. That's still cool. Are you making the patches and stuff from my tutorial, or have you got your own sort of technique? Let me know. Hello from Germany. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, are you getting some work done? You're from our long time construction site. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? when when we first moved in here, so much work needed to be done. This room that I'm in now, this bit here, is actually a wall that we took down. So this went all the way to the end because it was a two-room thing, and I'm very lucky to be with a partner who allows me to have so much space. I mean, it is my full-time job, so it was needed. But yeah, I love DIY. I love painting. I love painting rooms, but there's just so much stuff that I don't know how to do, and we had to like wait for people to come by and help out plaster and stuff. And oh, it's such a drain, isn't it? Like it can really and like having like builders in all the time. Oh, it's just a drain. What else? Do you plan to do more streams in the future? It could be a lovely regular crafternoon thing. I think so. I think now that I've done this, I feel a lot more confident. It's always like the initial thing that freaks not just me out, just people out. Um, but so like now that I'm doing it and I'm not like shaking, well, I think that's just because I'm breathing. Yeah, I feel like we can do this more. I now know how to set up the camera. I now know how to set up a streaming service. So yeah, I think we could definitely do this more often. We could do, what could we do? Do we want it like themed? I've said this to my patrons, but I thought about maybe doing a monthly upcycling challenge or crafting challenge. There's like some YouTubers that I follow that are like oh, what's his name? Hobby, I want to say Hobby Lee, and he does dioramas, and he does like figure painting. I mean, it's totally like non textile based. It's like figurines, and he creates like these like amazing scenes. And I know that with his patrons, he does monthly challenges, and I really love the idea of that. And I keep thinking maybe I could feature patron work onto YouTube because yeah, like spread the design, spread the love. Yeah, so let me know. Do you think that's a good idea? So little monthly challenges, and then maybe we can like meet on here. I don't know. I don't know. I went to a transition Liverpool event yesterday, and it's like a networking ish event, and like it's people that are doing good stuff in the community and trying to like collaborate with people rather than be in competition with people. And I've totally lost my point. I've totally lost my point. What was I going to say? No, it's gone. I'm getting brain fog, I swear. Da, 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 da. I think upcycling is really popular now. An antidote to all the very boring plain fashion previously everywhere. Also, it's so accessible to all budgets, not to mention the sheer fun of it all. Yes, I think I think I've said this in the sewing is resistance video. I feel like brands don't really care about style. I'm not talking about small businesses, I'm talking about the fast fashion brands and um, even like high street brands. Like they don't really have a style anymore. It's so trend driven, and it's so they just want to like they just want to sell stuff and lots of stuff, and it's all very money based, so they don't really care about fabrics, they don't care about colors, so they're trying to like fit a lot of people in the same box. And I find that really sad because I feel like people would be a lot happier if they knew, if they dressed for themselves rather than to trends. um and upcycling can be really fun. I know it can be really daunting for a lot of people because learning to sew different fabric types, like there is a lot of stuff to learn, but once you get the hang of it and once you start wearing things that you've made, upcycled or just made from scratch, and you start getting like compliments on it, and you get to do that whole I made it myself. It's so thrilling. And yeah, and like I think people think that I like started off like fantastic at upcycling. Literally, like the first time I did like try to do some like pattern drafting, I made this this like knit top on a mannequin, did it all to size, and had this like wool belt thing, and went to go take it off the mannequin, and of course I didn't take an account that you have to have fastenings for these things if you're going to have something tight fitting. And I spent like 6 hours like trying to figure out how to add a zip to a top, and that wasn't even that long ago, to be honest. I didn't know how to sew, I didn't know how to like do pattern making or anything like that, um till I was maybe 17, 18. So it takes time. It's fine. Oh my gosh, I'm going really behind on chat here, right? Uh, yes, saving the planet. It does. There's just so much stuff at the minute. It's ridiculous. Watching Charlotte's Web as a child is where I first learned about strands of flying spiders. That's where I've learned it. Yes. You could do your own textile version and call it Scarlet's Web. So cool. Scarlet's Web. Yes, I love that. Oh my god, I'm gonna try and work that into something. I'm currently trying to get some rebranding done. I wonder if we could like fit that in there somewhere. Maybe Scarlet's Web could be like the Discord server name. I mean, currently I've got it set as the Messy Studio, but maybe we could do a channel on that or something. I don't know. To snazzify, the verb form of snazzy, to make something snazzy. People who study foreign languages usually understand this kind of explanation. Yeah, I should have, yeah, I felt like I just said, you know the word jazzy? It's like that, but you're adding something to it. And I even added like the little jazz hands for it. Snazzify. Jazzify. It's interesting that it's not jazzify instead. Do you know what would be also cool about Discord? Um, is that you guys can like talk back, because I feel like I I'm very worried that I'm just blabbering here. It'd be nice to like see faces as well. I think it's funny that upcycling is kind of a trend now. Yes, it has been done ever since just wasn't branded with upcycling. Yes, it has. It's been going on for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And I think the lady who I spoke to about Snazzify, I was just intrigued to know about what her like the second hand market is like where she is, and upcycling. And she was saying um, they've been upcycling for years. And I think I don't mind upcycling being trendy now, because I do think that upcycling is gonna stick. Well, I think it has to stick. I think with the way that especially in the UK, the money is, I mean, don't get me started on the economy, which sounds very professional. I honestly think there is no other option at the minute other than to shop secondhand and upcycle. Um, I do think people are becoming more aware of the harmful practices that's involved in fast fashion, and so I am feeling really positive about it all. And it changed even when I first started really doing it 10 years ago. Um, I feel like more of the bigger brands are starting to lean into it. And actually, this is really interesting, but what are your thoughts on um, how we, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like, how do we, oh God, my brain is just not working. Um, so someone asked in a dissertation thing, she said, like, how do you think we deal with the amount of product there is? And I think I said, I think brands, even the big brands, I think there will come a point where they'll have no other option other than to find ways of upcycling. I know Oxfam does really well. They have a whole upcycling program, and they work with students, and they sell their upcycled creations online. And I have said this before. I don't think I've said it like publicly, but I think if I was offered a job at a charity where I could be a manager for helping people upcycle like secondhand textiles or just clothing, that sounds like a dream job to me. Like helping people upcycle and like just giving things a new life and maybe educating people on how to sell them, maybe. Am I qualified to do that? I don't know. But yeah, that would be a dream job. So if you know any big charities in the UK or abroad who have got a job like that, then let me know, because that is something I would definitely like to apply for. Um, oh gosh, I'm going behind again. Uh, I'm like latching onto like one comment and then just blabbing. Right, I've done that. So busy cooking the chicken, so I had to go and sort that. That's fine. I'm 60 now. Started patchwork making cushions from old clothing when I was about 12. Do you know what? My grandma, who is 80, or is she 81? She's 80 years old, and she always tells me that when she was 9 years old, they learned how to make a dress, and they learned how to do. There was loads of things they did in textiles. At 9 years old, they learned how to make a dress, an apron, and maybe like a pair of pajama things. At 9 years old, and I don't think they do that anymore now, which is really sad. Um, yeah, again, make do amend during the Second World War. That kind of really inspired me. There was a exhibition at the War Museum in London, and I went to the Make Do Mend exhibition years and years and years ago, and that really inspired me to upcycle more. Because I quite like the challenge that you're just like given something and you just have to challenge yourself to make something with it. Um, yeah, I really like that. Um, that's going to be a big bug. Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm planning to make a like a gothy version for my sister for Christmas, and she has requested that it's big. So I'll just finish the stitch and show you the size of this. I can work on the main body. Oh my God, we're an hour in. How quick has that gone? This is the neatest amount of like the neatest stitching I've done in so long. Maybe it's the pressure of being watched whilst doing it. Maybe. There you go. Fabulous. Right. Before we move on to decoration, I'll just have a look at things. I'll email you after I finish supper. Lovely. What a lovely word. Supper. it's actually how patchwork was born. They used what they had, yes, even if it were little snippets. My mum mended a lot and taught me. Um, I wear hand-me-downs from my brother when I was a child. Yeah, for sure. My mum used to make lots of clothes when I was young too. I think that's how I got the crafting bug. Yeah, I love that. It's like carried on uh, through generations. And I didn't really learn. My nan used to sew. She used to like make what did she used to make? Toys and clothing. So like my dad, whenever he would hear my sewing machine upstairs, it would like bring him back to when he was a kid and my nan used to sew. But she passed away when I was a baby. But I think I would have gotten so well with her. We could have just like nattered. I wonder what she would think about like stuff like this. I feel like she would have liked it. Um, Make lots of clothes. Da, 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 da. There's a virus you cannot get rid of anymore. Yes. Secondhand and upcycling is addictive. Once you start like when you mend just one item, the feeling like the joy that you get from it is, oh, it's just you just feel like a little rebel. And yeah, yes, scrappy patches and bag from your tutorials and patterns. Yeah, well, make sure you show me. Make sure you tag me and show me what you make. Povavor. Might try hedgehog, pumpkin, and blackberries though, because I'm feeling autumnal. Yes, yes. Maybe we could do. I had like thoughts about maybe doing, uh, like a patch making tutorial. Not a tutorial. Just like a video making loads of different patches that you guys can like suggest, because I've got like a list already, because I think I asked it on a YouTube short, and there was things like dragonfly, teapot, cat. That'd be like a really fun challenge. Sorry, I'm going for coffee out with my hubby now, and I'll catch the rest on catch up. Bye, Denise. Thank you for joining. Um, Amazing. Thank you for coming to this. Thank you for making my first live calming. Again, I still can't really believe that I am doing this, and I am trying to not freak out. Um, Also very tempted to grab the Scrappy Monster pattern. Yeah, go for it. I used to make Scrappy Monsters all the time, because they were such a great way of using up scraps. And they were really fun to make. I used to make like the ears from men's shirt collars and things like that. Um, but yeah, just again, it's just time. I feel like I've not had the time to do that, and because the scrappy bugs have been so successful in like people really are like gravitating towards them, um, I feel like I can't come away from that just yet. And again, this technique can be used for anything. One of my goals, it won't be today, somewhere near in the future, but I'd love to make a massive butterfly thing. That would be really cool. I've seen some really cool ones on Pinterest, but I think they've sewn the outline and stuffed it. I'm just wondering if there's a way of making it with scraps and cotton twine, but we'll see. We'll see. They don't even care about stitching correctly. Yes, it's so sad, isn't it? Because like I respect garment workers so much because they're paid so little, but they're like the most skilled seamstresses, sewers, and it's just really unfair because they are like, if you actually look at the technique of some things that you have, like it's quite hard to do, and they like garment workers are so skilled, and they're paid next to nothing, and they're just pressured to get as much stuff done as possible, and it's just not fair. And actually, like if you've got any suggestions for sustainable brands, I know there's like quite a few forums and stuff out there, but it'd be great to get like a list together for brands that really support their garment workers. It's so important. Not to me, but to like everyone, I like to think. Um, uh, let's scroll down. I would like you to. I found you because I was fed up with YouTubers trend following and repeat themselves. Oh, yeah, I know. I just think like I really wish people would um what am I trying to say? Like I really wish people would like they could like the big celebrities, people with like a massive platform, they could make such a difference if they just didn't have these horrible hauls and didn't like push people to like spend all the time and spend on like really poorly made things. And it really upsets me that there's just so many like people with, I'd say, power, I guess, and they're just not doing anything. It drives me mad. So um, I'll always try to be more of a positive influence. I don't really like the term influencer, but if it means like positive influence, then I'll take that. But I ideally like the word. I don't even like the word content creator. I've asked this before, like, what would you? I don't really know what to call myself, and like sometimes I'll fill in forms and they'll say, "Can you add what your job title is?" And I'm just like, small business owner, but I feel like that doesn't really like encompass what I do. You know, right. I went to add the little butterfly to this, and I feel like it doesn't really fit. There's like a disconnect there. It might be just the shade of pink, so I don't know, and I feel like this is a bit too dramatic. I don't know what to add instead. I might just add another bit of trimming, maybe. Do you know what? That's quite nice. That's like a nice colorway. We'll do that. I'll show you what I do instead of sewing. I cut a piece that is big enough to go around the back. Da, da, da. Make sure I've got the right side. This way. Tie it round. And then I sort of pull it tightly. Oh, you can see there. There you go. So all I've done is just tie a knot. And then that's my lazy trim adding technique. What else? People said, oh, I need to make legs next. I really don't want to make legs. It would be a good Discord name. I am like Scarlet's Web. Yeah, maybe we'll change that. See you later, not Martini. What was your name? Not Martini. I feel like I should have got your name. Hope you have a lovely day. I think the word upcycling is to lessen the stigma of using secondhand stuff, and a lot of countries are very class conscious. Yes. Well, there is also a difference between upcycling, downcycling. What's downcycling? And recycling in regards to the value the product had before and has afterwards. Upcycling does imply that it has more value afterwards. Ooh, that's really interesting. I'm gonna look up downcycling later. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever heard the term downcycling before. Obviously, recycling. The way I think this was also another question in the interview thing. She said like, how do you define upcycling? And I think, I don't know, this is just in my opinion, but I think when you have an actual item and you do things to that item to make it into something new, that's how I would like define upcycling. I think when I do patchwork with dresses and things like that, I think because I a lot of the times deal with curtains, which is usually like a rectangular shape, I probably wouldn't class that as, I feel like there should be like another word, because yes, I am using secondhand curtains, bedding or whatever and turning it into something new, but because I'm not really working with the original features, because like with hems and seams, I unpick them iron them out, it's still like a flat piece of fabric. I feel like that should have another word. But then, like with upcycling, when you have a men's shirt and you take the sleeves off and change the collar and add drawstring or whatever, that I would consider that more upcycling. So yeah, something to think about. Um, da, da, da. Yes, well, there's also a difference between upcycling and housing value in regard. Yes. Hi, I do go to charity shops and got so many wonderful things. I got fabric and other cross stitch material, and most of the time go for free. Yeah, due to I'm the only person that knows. Oh, I did once go to my local charity shop and ask if I can go through their rags. So a lot of charity shops have rags, and they're usually items that are either have been cycled through the shop and have not sold, things that are broken, things that are dirty or whatever. They go into like a rag pile, and then usually charities have a rag merchant who collects the rags and pays them, and it's something really small. So when I worked for that I don't know if I should say, for this charity, they used to, the rag merchant, or the rag man, as I would say, used to pay something like 20p per kilogram. Or kilogram. And yeah, so I used to go into my local charity shop and just say, oh, can I have a look through your rags to see if I can get, because I don't mind things that are broken because I'm going to reuse it, but they said no. But this should maybe be a, maybe there should be a, I don't know, like a charity or something that deals with rags, because a lot of stuff gets sent overseas, and it's always like the really crappy stuff. Can I say crappy on here? Yeah, and it's again, it's not fair. It's not fair. Right, I'm working on legs. I've got 6 legs. If you're interested, it is 1.25 millimeters wide, and it's jewelry wire. Yeah, jewelry wire. It's like soft, which is really nice, and it's really easy to bend. So really recommend this stuff. And I got this from eBay. Right, 6 legs. I want 6 legs, and I want 2 antennas. I'm just looking at my bug here. I really do like these antennas, so I think I might make the same. Let's do that. Also, sorry if the lighting is really random. We're having a storm. In the UK at the minute. I think it's called Storm Amy. I love that they name them after people. So yeah, the clouds, I'm like, the window's there and the clouds are kind of like masking the sun coming back, masking it again. So I've got my lights on, but if it's a bit dark, I am sorry. Right, 6 legs, antennas. Do I want to do the same length? I'm gonna do like a, I'm gonna do it this way. So I want it to be this high, and I'm gonna mold it, and then I think I'm gonna do sort of something similar. So create like a T shape, a lowercase t, and then obviously we're gonna wrap it in fabric and thread. Right. Go through so much of this wire. Let's do this. Oh, it's so easy to work with. I love this stuff. Should I do the legs, the wings as well? I probably won't have time to actually put this all together unless I work really fast. But I really do want to do wings for this as well. I'll just show you how I'm going to do the wings. I'm going to make like a giant slanted heart shape. Like that. I'm going to extend this a little bit to like tie it together. Just wrap it around there. Do you remember like on holiday in that, and there'd be someone who makes your name out of wire. So skilled. Right, don't mind just creator. Yeah, true. The content doesn't need to be named. Yeah, it's true. I think it's just because like people ask what you do, what you are. I'm always like stumped as to what I am because I feel like at the start it was really easy to like just call myself a small business owner, uh, because I predominantly did made to order dressmaking or garment making. But now I feel like it's changing and I think I want to be more sort of known for upcycling and like tutorials and workshops. So yeah, it was just more like trying to introductory reasons. Um, Hi, done a load of bug sketches. I'm still working on my peeking around Christmas animals. What's peeking around Christmas animals? I'm tempted to try bugs now. Yes, yes, bugs galore. Bugs are everything. I'm watching from India. Oh wow, I'd love to visit India. They sometimes do like courses where you can do like uh, block printing and things like that. Um, I would love to try and raise the money to do that because that sounds so fun. Um, Pre-bred though. I taught my brother how to recognize sewing brands for thread, so he's going to charity shops frequently and bringing sewing stuff for me. You're so lucky. I always try to get, I always try to get Danny to go to like learn some like sewing for me, just because it'd be so handy. But he has absolutely no interest in sewing, which is so sad because my friend Alex, when she was feeling quite like stressed with order making, um, she like taught uh, her boyfriend how to sew, and so like he'd do all like the overlocking for her. How nice is that? Right, these arms are going to be massive. So I'll just show you what I'm doing. So I've got my wire. It's been doubled. So we've got the nice sort of soft nibbly bit there and the two wire ends here. And then this will be tucked behind the bug, like, like this. So I've just got like a long strip here and then I've pinched it. Don't need to do any gluing or sewing. And then I'm just wrapping it around like that. And then obviously you haven't reached the end. And what, in order to have like that bug looking appearance, I usually leave this part here and just wrap thread around it, just because it looks more spindly. And then I usually thicken the base of the leg. So I'm just going to get more scraps and create little strips and add that. So starting there, wrapping it round. This doesn't have to be very neat, to be honest. I'm kind of again just like holding it all in place. I'm not really doing what's it? I'm not doing any sewing. So around the base, I go around this a bunch of times. I think I actually want to make this even thicker. There's one bug that I've made. Oh, you don't think you can? No, I don't think you can see it, but it's behind me over here. And I don't know why I just didn't do like a big chunky leg. I literally just made it really thin, and it just looks so weird. So something I need to fix. Oh, we've got some like upholstery material here. I thought it was maybe Laura Ashley, but not too sure. Is Laura Ashley still like a in-person brand? Or is it only online? There used to be a Laura Ashley shop in Orpington, which is where I'm from. I feel like that's not there anymore. I feel like it didn't even last that very long either. So you go, I'm just wrapping this around like that. There you go, that's a perfect looking height. And now I need some thread. We'll go pink for this. What I usually do is the top two legs and the antennas I do one colour, and then the bottom legs I do a different colour. And again, I kind of like, I'm pinching it, so I'm going to pinch it here and then just aggressively wrap it. Need a lot of thread for this, which is a bit annoying. Oh, it's getting caught. So yeah, now that I've got to the end here, I'm going to start to cover this little bit of wire. I'm so excited for the 2 YouTube videos which are going to be posted a bit later. Yeah, it's 6 different clothing items, 6 different garments, but using scarves. And I try to like not do sort of ones that have been done previously that I've seen online. I've got them all here, but I will show you in a reel a bit later. I've got the reel all set up. I just need to sort it. Right, there you go. So it's looking spindly. I think what I would do probably after this live, I might do like a little dollop of hot glue maybe here to stop it from coming off, because my other one, which it's kind of started to unravel at the tip, and I think it is just because there's nothing stopping this. So if you haven't got glue, I might even just, if you haven't got glue, maybe just do a couple of stitches in this part here. But yes. Right, we're coming to the end, so I'm just going to cut that and then just do a couple of knots. So it's really hard to show. Right, a knot in it here. I'm going to do another knot here. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to do one more for good measure. I wonder why they say that. Good measure. There you go. Can you see a little leg? I like this part. It looks like it's got like a little bit of meat there, and then it's got this big meat. And then obviously because it's wire, you can just move it about. Oh, another 5 legs to go, and then antennas. I'm trying to do it in the same like fabrics, but I feel like that's not going to work very well. Okay. Right. See if there's any more in the chat. Textile wizardry, that's what it is. Ooh. Textile wizard. Okay, next bit. What's everyone doing today? Is it Sunday where you are? It's currently Sunday, 11:30 in Liverpool. Also, if you couldn't tell, I don't have the Liverpudlian accent, or as people say, the Scouse accent. That is because I am originally from down south in Kent. And like me and my friend always have this debate that we don't really have like an accent. Like it's not really, so we're southeast of the UK, and typical like southeast, like London, Essex is very like Cockney almost, but we're not Cockney, but we have like elements of Cockney in our in our voice. And like sometimes we'll just say like phrases or words or whatever that are very like southeast London, and like that's stuck. But yeah, I feel like we don't really have an accent, and unfortunately I don't know if you can hear it, but because my partner is from Liverpool and hence why I've moved up here, I've somehow taken on like a slight twang, and people think I'm from like Australia. Like I even had that yesterday at this transition event. Like someone was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, I'm from Kent, but I live in Liverpool." And she was like, "Oh, I thought you had like been born in Australia." I was just like, "Really? I don't hear that at all." The worst is when when I'm like FaceTiming with my family who are obviously down south, and or like they or they come up and visit, and they repeat things that I've said in the way that I've said it back to me, and I hate it. I hate it because I'm just like, I don't do that. And I definitely know there's some vlogs and some videos that I've done where I've I've got some weird twang, and usually I put like a little bit of text saying apologies for the twang. I just can't help it. My accent is incredibly malleable. I live 2 kilometers from where I was born. Get asked when I moved to Australia. Really? I'm sorry to say I sorted out my chicken I was cooking. The fabric and cross stitch was free, or £1. My phone missed a letter. No worries. I'm making a quilt. Busy ironing out the seams. So glad I took a break and noticed this was on. Oh, thank you for joining. I think quilting is so therapeutic, and I quite like that it's quite repetitive, so you don't really have to think too much when you're quilting. I thought it was quite overwhelming when I first started, just because some of the seam. To be fair, the pattern I chose was quite difficult. It's the Treehouse. It's by Treehouse Textiles. I can't remember what it's called. Something Ellenbank, I think it is. And it just has like a lot of tight triangles and circle sewing. And I think I did all right. To be honest, the one that I was working on that last vlog was very. That's so loud. Was very oh, see, like I've lost my train of thought again. Um, it was difficult, but it's I think because I can sew okay, and it's very bumpy. My quilt top is very bumpy, but it's fine. It has character. um, oh, 6:24 in Toronto. That is that's very early. Oof. I would say that, but I'm an early bird, so that doesn't actually sound too bad. I mean, I've been getting up at 6:30, 7 for ages now. I'd definitely say I'm an early bird. I don't really like, I don't like sleeping in. I don't like napping unless I'm on holiday. If I'm on holiday and I'm in like a sunny holiday place, I can nap all day. But yeah, it's I'm an early bird. So hopefully you are as well. I'm hoping um you haven't joined just because I'm here and it's just that super early. Um, da, da, da. I don't hear that either for what it's worth. Okay, thank you. Your accent's lovely. What accent is it? I don't even know what accent it is. It's not. I don't think I'm like posh Southern. I think I'm like an in between. But now that I live in Liverpool, and when I worked full time at the charity, obviously I'm surrounded by Scousers. It was so hard not to keep on top. It was so hard like not to just adapt the twang of it. Um, there's so many words in Liverpool that are really interesting to me. I think I've said it on here before that one of the words that me and my partners disagree with all the time is ice lolly and lolly ice. So down south we say ice lolly, and in Liverpool they say lolly ice. I mean, we say ice cream, so we don't say cream ice. So we always have that little uh, battle. Your accent is lovely. Oh, thank you. I thought you were Australian too. Really? When you first saw my channel? What? That's so. Maybe it's from all those Bondi Beach episodes that I used to watch. Maybe I somehow adapted a little bit of that as well. There was one Christmas. It was probably one of my favorite Christmases when we were younger. Uh, Pretty much all family members, me, my mum, and my sister, were just really unwell. I swear I'm sure we had like flu. And we spent the whole Christmas Day, Boxing Day, watching Bondi Beach. And then there's me going, do you know what? I'm going to become a lifeguard, you know? Someone who lives nowhere near the sea, someone who was not brought up by the sea. I thought, to be fair, I love watching Saving Lives at Sea with the RNLI. And I've always said that if I lived by the sea and um, and what's it, and there was an RNLI station, I would 100% like want to volunteer. I'm actually not scared of the sea. I actually think it's really interesting. Like if you drop me in the ocean now, I think I'd be all right. But my partner, no, he's terrified of the sea. Jesus, that is second leg. These are really good quality, if I do say so myself. And I think it's from the upholstery fabric. It's really good quality. Oh, 4 legs to go. Okay. This is so hard. We're ending in like 30 minutes. But I'll need to like finish this today. I have to. I don't think I will be able to finish this today, but if I don't, I will finish it, and then unless we do another live at some point. What would you prefer? Would you prefer me to just sort of finish this and upload it on YouTube or Instagram, or do you think we should maybe book in another live session? Because this has actually been really fun. Let me know. I have a dust collector machine over there. I've definitely got like, I swear my lungs are like 20% dust and fabric. That's not good. Thank you. To me, you sound broadly English, like I couldn't nail an area. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I actually totally get that. Because it's like I don't really know what my accent is, so that totally makes sense. I've turned into an early bird recently, walking up around 6 to 6:30 without an alarm. Oh, fab. Do you prefer it? um, we say popsicle. I like that. That just sounds so like childish, but in a nice way. Popsicle. Is that in America? Are you in America? Or I don't think anyone in the UK says popsicle. Unless we've been watching American TV, maybe. We call them ice blocks, even when they're made out of ice cream. What? That doesn't make any sense. Ice blocks. I mean, it kind of, but like, if I had seen ice blocks in like a freezer, I would have thought it was like a block of ice. So you don't like have like ice block creams or ice blocks fruit? You're in Australia, aren't you? So that's I've never heard of that before. That is so interesting to me. Um, do you advocate for vintage paper patterns? Yes, especially if you are starting to sew. Saying that, I think if it's your first time using a sewing pattern, maybe more modern ones are good to sort of start with just because I feel like they're a lot more clear. But like when I was making the cat kimono bag, it's a vintage pattern. I'm not too sure when it was first made. Just wondering if I had the pattern on me. Um, but like some of the, it's quite wordy, because there is a lot of information in on paper. But I feel like with modern patterns, because you usually get sort of a tutorial with it, or you get, because people are trying to like appeal to like beginner sewers, I feel like it's a lot more clearer. But I do think vintage patterns are so, like, you can get them quite cheaply in charity shops, and they are really great to start to learn to sew. It just takes time. Everything really does. It's all about practice and taking time. Like sitting. I know you, like, when you first get a project or like an idea, you just want to like dive into it. But sometimes you do just have to sit and read the instructions, which is something really hard even for me. God, I should just cut this. I find it really hard to just sit and read, because I'm just impatient. I'm such an impatient project doer, sewer. Yeah. Um, what else? Some accents are very malleable, and I also think some people who aren't neurotypical are more prone to mimicking those they hear. My problem. Yes. Uh, yeah, I agree. There's some people, like my friend Holly, she's so good at mimicking accents, and she can just like listen to a little snippet on a TV show, and then I'll just be like, excuse me. She's so good at accents. Is this your first time live? Yes, it is. And if you were here at the start, you would have seen how nervous I was. I was like shaking. But that was mainly also because like 20 minutes before hitting the live button, there was like a warning, like a thing that was coming up on YouTube, and it was saying your connection isn't stable, and so that was freaking me out. But I think it's fine. There is a slight delay. I think I've said there's like a 6 second delay from chat to here. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Another live, but with a different project. Okay, I can do that. Feel like now that I've done my first live, I am more confident to do other things, I think. Yes, I'm in Toronto, Canada. Big up Canada. I used to work with a guy from Canada, and he used to make the best pancakes, and he bought his own maple syrup. Oh my god, they were so fluffy and lovely. So if I head to Canada at some point in my life, I would like to have that. I'm currently trying to like eat better. Uh, Maybe that's another another story. But yeah, just me and my partner are trying to like eat a little bit better, just because from so many from like the last 3 years of just eating really bad, like really bad, like eating like takeaways like 3 times a week, and just like feeling really sluggish. So we're trying to eat a little bit better. I've totally gone off track there. Um, we have all different kinds, but we generally call them all ice blocks, except the ones in cones. What? I want to look this up at some point. Cause like, what do you mean? What? Um, I've done this in the wrong color. That's fine. Right, I've got 3 legs. I'm gonna work on the on one of the wings, because I think that'll be fun. And I'm using the dyed lace from that last vlog. So let's do that. What else have people said? Hi, I don't have any twang, though I'm not far away from you in the northwest. Oh, whereabouts are you based without sounding really creepy? Are you like Manchester or Blackburn, maybe? I'm trying to guess. Though I did on occasions have a Scottish twang when near a Scottish person, though my family is from Durham and Scotland. I used to have a friend who who we went to secondary school with, and I got in the car with her and her dad, and they wanted to order a kebab, and she, in front of my own eyes, went from an accent like mine and switched into the most like bold Scottish accent I've ever heard. And I was just like, what have you just done? How have you just done that? Um, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So, I've got a scrap bit of lace and I've got my wing little template, and I'm going to cut around this template about about a centimetre and a half, and then whip stitch it. So I'm going to do that. I do audiobooks when I can't sit still. I saw a whole bunch of nonsense each yesterday at a junk store. Not big enough for me to wear, but that's the one thing that's a bit annoying about vintage patterns is the sizing. So I'm typically a size UK 16, and it's not even just vintage patterns, just vintage clothing. Like, I used to be a size 12 5 years ago, and it's crazy that going up 2 sizes, there's just like a very lack of sizing in vintage and vintage patterns. Like, there is, but and luckily I'm okay at grading. Like, there's some really handy free YouTube videos that tell you how to do it yourself. But yeah, that's probably one of the downsides if you are mid to plus size. That's just one things that can be quite difficult. I'm currently listening to The Fellowship of the Ring. What's that? You're doing great for your first live. Thank you. I do weekly drawing sessions and I still get nervous before each one. Oh, do you? Is that on YouTube? Let me know. I probably should have done like a bit more like research on how people do lives, because like I've seen so many people like just do it even though it's not guaranteed that they'll have like people watching. Like, they just do it, and like people from the public can just join. I've lost my needle. I was just so nervous. So nervous. For the wings, because I'm going to use embroidery thread, I'm going to use one of my larger eye needles. That'll do. So I'm just going to thread this and put it around the wing. Do you know what? I really enjoy watching people who are a bit older doing lives and like doing YouTube. There's something really comforting about it. Like, I don't know if you follow, is it Kate's Homely House? And she does a lot of quilting and crafting, and I just find her stuff so therapeutic to listen to. So sometimes when I'm having like a bit of a bad or a down day, I'll just whack her on with a cup of tea and just chill with her. There's something really comforting about people that are slightly older who do YouTube and are like making it work for them. Love it. More lives. Yes, I feel good about doing lives now. I feel more confident. Got to start somewhere, haven't you? I was just so nervous. I was just so like, I just find this whole like concept, the fact that doing YouTube is something I didn't think I would be doing, because I'm actually a bit of a I'm weirdly like a bit of an introvert. I would consider myself an introvert, unless like I know people. So to like put myself out there and to be doing YouTube and to be doing stuff on social media and things like that is just mind-boggling to me. And like, even yesterday when I went to this event, a lady was like, "Oh, I follow you on Instagram," and I'm just there like, I'm like, "Thank you. I'm so sorry. I don't really know who that is," because she seems really confident, and I don't know who that is. Um, you're doing really great. Thank you. Just a cozy get together of likely minded. Yes, that's exactly what I really wanted for this. I just there's a lot of crazy things happening in the world, and I just think this gives you um, a place to kind of just chill out and craft and like not think, and I think that is lovely. Right, I'm just show you what I'm doing here because this is meant to be ending in, I don't know, like I've timed it for 11 till 10 till 12, so is this gonna like cut? I don't know. So yes, that is my wing, and I am just folding around the edges and doing like the most lazy stitch. So sewing it around like that and then pushing through. I probably should have not made my thread so long, but I hate having to like knot and rethread. It's just a preference, but this is so annoying. There you go. So just doing stuff like that. Actually, that's another question. Do you prefer if do you prefer like maybe more tutorial based lives, or are you happy with this kind of thing where I'm just doing something and every now and then like talking through what I'm doing? Like what would you prefer? Or do you just literally like don't mind me just banging on? Let me know. Oh gosh, I need another cup of tea. I had one at like 9, and I've said it before, I've got that thing which I've actually, well, it's not a solution, but I know what it is. But tannins in cups of tea, I think that is what's causing me to um like feel sick. So like when I have a cup of tea, I have to have a biscuit or a piece of fruit with it, or else I feel like violently unwell. Um, and turns out there's many of you guys that are like that too, which is great. I'm not on my own. Um, what else has been said? It should never just cut out unless your internet go. Oh no, you can keep going as long as you want to. I reckon we can maybe extend this by like half an hour or so. And then like my tea o-meter might be like, you need a cup of tea now. Um uh okay, should we extend this by like half an hour? Yeah, go on then. Let's do it. I still don't think even with the extra half an hour I'll be able to get this done. But I think I'll carry this on in the evening. I've really got back into reading. Just doing like things that are more slow and calming. So reading is on my list of what I want to do today. I want to sit on my chair with my cats and read a book. I think you're doing great. Out of curiosity, why YouTube Live and not Instagram Live? To be honest, I think I don't know. I feel like I'm falling out of love with Instagram a little bit. Not so much. I know like a lot of businesses are very aware that views and things aren't coming from it, but I feel like I do love Instagram, and I think if I had to choose Instagram or TikTok, even though I'm kind of back on TikTok but not really engaging on it, I just feel like there is a little bit more community on YouTube rather than Instagram. So I feel like I've fallen, and I follow a lot of political pages and fact pages, and I don't want to like not have them and not follow them. But every time I've been opening my Instagram lately, it's just been really hard to look at. So I've kind of fallen out of love with Instagram a little bit. And I just find like YouTube is a bit more of a escape for me. And also I really like long format content, and yeah. And also I can have all this space for YouTube. So like on Instagram, it's like a reel, so it's all vertical, which is fine, of course. But I don't know. I just wanted to try out. I just wanted to try out on YouTube. That was such a long-winded answer to something so simple. I'm so sorry. Um, I found your channel about a year ago, and you inspired me to borrow my niece's sewing machine, and I've been sewing since and loving it. That makes me so happy. Thank you. It is really fun. Like it can be really daunting. I understand because it is a whole machine. But like once you get the hang and once you like know the very basics, it's so it's so handy. I feel like I've not really said much about it, but I'm doing a beginner sewing workshop literally on Saturday coming up. It's a two-part workshop, and we've sold out of the six spaces. So six people, and I'm gonna show them how to use a sewing machine, and then the Sunday after, we're gonna be making a tote bag and a zipped pouch. I'm really excited about it. I am nervous, of course, because it's a new workshop, but I can't wait to try and build a sewing community in Liverpool because the idea is to do that and then maybe introduce more upcycling specific workshops because I think that's a little bit lacking. I know a lot of people want to do some very basic alterations and stuff, and they want to learn it themselves, which is totally fair. So I think the plan is teach people how to sew to start with, and then teach people how to like mend, repair, and how to upcycle, basically. Living the dream. God, this thread is so long and it's so annoying. I feel like I've done it a bit too skinny. I'm looking at my other wings on my other bugs and they're looking a bit more chunky, but that's fine. It's unique. It's a unique little bug. A bear. I'm also in. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, people from Minnesota. I'm not too sure what that is. I think I've definitely sent something. So when I send stuff with Royal Mail, um, Shopify kind of abbreviates the states for the US. So every time I input it in for Royal Mail, I try and guess what they are. So you got like CA, which is like California, and there's some that are like that I've never seen before, and I like try really hard to like guess. Um, Random bit of information. We are up you are up really early. I appreciate it so much. I think if you can let me know what times would be good for you, I'm thinking we could maybe do an evening one. So obviously it's nearly 12 o'clock in the UK right now, but maybe we could do like a 7. What's 7 p.m.? Oh, what's it? The time zone's changing soon, so it's going to be Greenwich Mean Time. If you want to let me know, so it's at 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. What's that where you are? Because then maybe the next one we can make that an evening thing. Um, I'm thinking if it was 4 a.m. Oh, do you know what? Maths is not my strong point. If you want to find out and let me know, then fab. um, okay. Will you be making any craftivism videos soon? I really like those as well. Yes. I was meant to be doing a bit of craftivism yesterday. I thought part of the event that I went to, I thought there was meant to be like a little craftivism session, but that hasn't happened. I'm currently still doing my cross stitching with that kit. But maybe we could do like a little live session on craftivism, maybe. Um, Something to think about again. Um, there's just so many ideas, so many things to work on, and my thread has. Should I just trim the thread? Oh, I'm like nearly there, so I'm not going to. Sewing feels like magic, making something from nothing. It is. And when you start making things for your body, you kind of realize that a lot of a lot of brands try to fit you in like a certain shape. And like so when you start making your own clothes, you can like start to tailor things to your body, which is so important and like something that used to be done years ago and isn't done anymore. But then saying that, there are these new tailoring and alteration brands popping up. I think there's one in Selfridges called Sojo, and she's the woman who owns that brand. She seems really cool, and she wanted to set up a service where you're doing your normal shopping. I mean, Selfridges, it's a bit more of the higher end kind, but you can have things tailored there and then, which is such a good thing. I'm sure there was like a Project Runway thing where someone did that. They had an in-house tailor or seamstress alterationer. That's not the word. So like all their clothing could be altered slightly for their bodies, which almost sounds like a no-brainer in my opinion. Hi, my YouTube has a clock on saying -1, as in like -1 minute, because my time is saying 4 minutes to 12. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not gonna just cut out. I mean, if it does cut out, then thank you so much. But if we can stay for another half an hour, I will do my best to stay. Um, Susan, that generally means you're slightly behind live. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, that's true. Susan, have you paused it? Because I think if you pause a live, yes, it will say like -1 minute, 2 minute, or whatever. Um, I think you can just sort of drag the little toggle at the bottom. Is it the other way? Uh, or I think you can press like the pause and play button. I'm not too sure, but it's fine. It's fine if it's a little bit behind. Um, yes, evening would be okay. I'm still going to get more drawing done and sewing. It's nice because my partner is watching the Everton match, which is a Liverpool football team. So I have a pretty free day today. I feel like because I went to that event, even though it wasn't work, it was still like networking and like meeting people, talking about upcycling and stuff. So I feel a little tired. So I don't know if I want to do any sewing. I might do some hand quilting a bit later. I don't know. I've pretty much convinced myself that I need to sit down with a cup of tea, read my book. I haven't even got any nice shows to watch really. I've just finished that Pop Star Academy on Netflix. Uh, yeah, and it's about the pop star group that they were going to create. Um, yeah, I've said it before. My mum loves K-pop. She's learning Korean. She's planning to go to Korea next year or 2027. And because of K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix, obsessed. Now I want to go to South Korea. Korea. Um, yeah, I'd love to go there. But yeah, I haven't got any shows to watch later. I do like a documentary, so maybe I'll watch a little documentary. Something light-hearted maybe. Um, let's have a look at what people are saying. Yes, this time works for me because I work nights. Oh, I still can't work it out. So if 10 o'clock in the morning in the UK is 4 a.m. US Minnesota time, what's that in? What's that in? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Right, we've done one wing. That's really nice. I like the purple thread. It's like a flat heart shape, a dodgy heart shape. This is so far. Well, if this okay, it's 12 o'clock now. It hasn't cut. I think we're okay. So we've got a little wing there, and then we've got 3 legs. I need to finish my legs. That should be okay. Doesn't look too disproportionate. It's quite big, isn't it? It's like bigger than my head. Oh, it's just more legs. I'm going to do the other wing because I find that really fun to do. Thank you, yes. I believe that's 3 p.m. Oh, that's good. So if we do like a Sunday maybe again, 7 p.m. thing, do what works best for you. Maybe try some different times if you're curious. Yeah, yeah, we can have a go at different times, can we? Sometimes I wake up early. If I miss, I can always see the video later. Okay, I need to figure out how to do that because I did some like test lives with my partner and I wasn't too sure how you keep the recording. So if anyone knows how to do that, that would be very handy. Right, I'm cutting out the next little thing. Has anyone got any questions about bug making? Is there anything you want to see in particular that I can help with? Let me know. Oh, I haven't even done eyes yet. Oh, God, there's so much to do. Right, so I've done this one, so I need to make sure it's a pair. What I mean by that is, obviously, I want the wings to go out like this. So the fabric needs to go on top like this. Okay. Now I've got my template. I'm trying to not give myself too much work, but I had a really cool idea that maybe on YouTube I could do a series where, because when I've been like looking up how to learn how to use a sewing machine for my own workshops to teach people, I wondered if there was like a series on how to start upcycling. So like we could do like the first video on how to use a sewing machine, like the very basics, straight stitch, zigzag stitch, and like maybe angle it so that people don't have an industrial machine, people don't have an overlocker, but you can still do all the techniques without those. Then the second video could be fabric types for upcycling, so like your typical like how to work with like t-shirt materials, how to work with denim. That could be another video. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not very good at structuring. So that's something I would like to do. Oh my God, the sun is like kind of coming out, but like not. How's this looking? Let's trim this a little bit. Okay. There's my sewing needle. God, it's so messy. This looks quite clean on camera, but there's literally fabric over here. There's just trimming and threads all mixed up here with a few pins. It's fine. It's fine. I'd love to be one of those organised people, but I'm not. I'm just not. I think even my sewing style is quite messy, and it could be down to me just being impatient. I think that's like with a lot of people. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I will try different times and we can maybe agree on, maybe like we can test it to start with different times and then look at maybe having a bit of a semi schedule. I don't want like a proper like schedule, but I don't know, I feel like that might actually help me. It's currently 10 p.m. in Victoria, Australia, if that helps. Oh, that is late. Okay. I'm trying to think. So if it's 10 p.m. in Australia, 7 hours later, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be like 5 a.m. if we did the 7 p.m. Yeah, do you know what I think we'll have to do? I think we'll just test different times, different days and different times. do, and just do that instead. Um, yeah, it'll be fine. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Uh, oh gosh, this bit is so fiddly. Um, I'm up for Gonks, Dorset, England. Okay, we will do Gonks. We I will have a look and see. Uh, I'll see if I can like create one with scraps first. If not, then I might try and make a pattern which you can like download and get all cut out. Oh my god, look at this sun! Where have you just come from? Oh my god, that is so bright. That is like white on camera, isn't it? I'm gonna hold it up. Yeah, this weather is so weird at the minute. It's like, and like if you look out my window, it is like white light at the top, and then like it's fully just like grey cloud. Wow. Um. What's it should show up on your. Oh, okay. So the recording just says your. The recording just stays on your live tab on your channel. Oh, okay. All right, I can do that. It should show up on your channel under the live tab. Yep, okay. Unless you delete it. Okay. Well, I don't think I've said anything too bad, so I think we can keep it. Um, I'm joking. I don't think I've said anything bad. Also, you can schedule lives in advance, which will let your subscribers know, and we can plan to be here. Yes. So actually, that's quite handy. So this one the one that we're in now, Inception. Um, I think I set it up last Sunday. So like did you guys get like a notification, or like how did you know I was going live, or did something pop up at 10 o'clock this morning? If you can let me know. Again, I'm just like I'm learning. I'm learning. Yeah, seeing you craft the wings in real time has been really helpful. Oh, okay, cool. That's good. um I always say like it doesn't have to be super neat. I quite like the scrappy aesthetic for a lot of things. So I feel like you can't really do any wrong with bug making. It's just all fun. Um I just got deja vu then. I feel like I've said this before. California 4 a.m., Minnesota 6 a.m., New York 7 a.m., UK 12, Australia 10. Okay. Okay. I mean, it'd be good to maybe see who's interested in live, see where they're from, and then go from there. And then, like, maybe get, because obviously, if I try and tailor it for like people in California and then no one comes, no one turns up, then, yeah, that won't be good. uh, One of the very few things YouTube Live has going for it over Twitch is that the videos are there forever unless deleted. Right. Okay. Noted. So it's up to me if I keep it, up to me if I delete it. Okay. I shall do that. Just quickly showing you here for the wing. As you can see, the metal templates there. In order to make sure I've got like a good words, good like way of it like wrapping around, I'm just gonna like cut towards it but not like up to it. That way when I wrap it around the wire it's tighter. Yes. On the east coast of the USA it has currently just turned 7 a.m. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, again, if you're an early bird that's perfect, but if you're not an early bird this is hell. um that's the beauty of the camera. Anything out of the frame doesn't exist. Yes. Yes. I like to think I'm quite honest in how messy my studio gets, especially for like the what's it called? For like the studio vlogs. I kind of don't tidy very well. Sometimes it gets like overwhelming and I just have to get the hoover out and get the polish out and do everything. But a lot of the times, do you know what? It's not unclean. It's just messy. I try really hard to like keep it in places, but things just magically move. It's like things have their own mind, and it's always like my unpickers are the worst offenders. Like I lose my unpickers all the time, and it is probably because of doing like scrappy bags or scrappy bugs. I swear they just fall, and then there's probably a few unpickers in this bug alone. I'll never know. Also, what's your thoughts on? I said at my workshop for the scrappy bug, I said it's so good because you can put like old socks and like cut up bits of underwear in your bugs, like obviously your own. And like I think some people thought, oh, that's quite grim. But like if you wash it and just cut it up and stick it in a bug, like you, it stops it from going to landfill. But like saying that, it does sound grim, but it's fine. It's fine. Um. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, I feel like I'm behind here. Definitely going to go to different ideas. I struggle with clothing for my mini bears because I chicken out of doing it and stick to the hats or scarves. Okay. It's been lovely to join in. I have to go, but I hope you will do this again soon. We will do this again soon, I promise. Good night from Melbourne. By the way, daylight saving has just started here. It starts for us at the end of October, so we'll take that into account. Good night, Dr. Leah. Some of us don't sleep, it'll be fine. That's not good. You need your sleep. Isn't sleep like the most important thing? You need your sleep. Make sure you get your sleep. Um, Saying that, I like thrive off like lack of sleep. If I've like got in really late, I can be like the most productive on like 4 hours sleep. Um, and I don't have coffee, so I'm not too sure where the energy is coming from. Maybe tea, but I swear tea's not got as much caffeine in as coffee. Am I right? Um, time to suit you, a variety of times over period suits us all. Yeah. Susan, have you ever looked up Blythe doll clothes? Oh my god, yes. She does the dolls with the changing eyes, doesn't she? Um, she's doing so well, that the person who owns that business. The bobbin part and threading the machine are what terrifies me when I think of the sewing machine first. I think it can be quite overwhelming, but like the the function of the whole like motion of a sewing machine, like the way that like it hasn't really changed, and usually if you do get any problems, it is usually because of the threading of the machine. But like once you get the hang of it, it's fine. Like when you have a machine in front of you, rethread it like 6 times in a row, and then once you and like it has like little diagrams on it that tells you if you're doing it well or not. um yeah, maybe, okay, maybe we'll add that to what's it, to this potential upcycling YouTube series, because it's yeah, it's relatively easy once you practice. Yeah. This was scheduled. I had it notify me. Okay. You had a pop up this morning. When you schedule it, it shows up in the sub feed and allows you to click a notification bell for this specifically. Okay. While you're live, if we click on our subscriptions tab, you appear right at the top. Ooh, that's how I saw and joined, I believe. I also saw it when you planned it last week. Okay. So I've done it right. So I've just, yeah. So I've like scheduled it, and that's how you're notified. Do I need to like tell people to like click the bell symbol maybe? I don't know. Also, I'm sorry, I do keep looking over here. It's because the live chat is right there. Um Maybe I can like center it for the next one. I don't know. Um, got an email notification. Oh, okay. I clicked notify me and I got an email YouTube notification. Okay, that makes sense because that's what happened when I was doing the testing with my partner. Fine. Um, you could make a Google survey to share it for the next live. Yes, I will do that. Now that I've found out about YouTube community, that's another thing I need to sort out. So yes, I'll do that. I believe Scarlett could make a poll on community tab. Yes, again, it's on my list. I will look up community tab on YouTube. And yeah, I thought community was just the post thing on YouTube, but apparently it's not. So I need to, yeah, sort that out. Right, I'm just gonna wrap this round a bunch of times and then. Oh no, I've got. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, nearly there. Or just a text post from your channel. Okay. UK here, happy to work with whatever time. To be honest, I could do with learning to get up earlier at the weekends. Oh, don't want to pressure you just because I'm an early bird. Right, 2 wings done. They're not super symmetrical, but it's fine. They look snazzy. I like them. I love the pink. That is such a cute little pink colour. Right, I've got less than 20 minutes. I've got 13 minutes. So I still haven't done the legs. I'll do the legs. I'll carry on with the legs until the end. Until the end. Oh, I haven't even done the antennas. Oh, totally. I maybe should have bought my hot glue gun because you can do this in like an hour with a hot glue gun, but it's fine. I'm going to carry on with a bit of legs. I'm very aware that my camera battery, because I've got this connected through USB-C. What's that mean? So it's kind of charging whilst connected, and yeah, like it's okay. It's saying I've still got like 2 bars out of 4, so we'll hopefully make it until 12:30. Um, I've been told that I need to buy a cam link, which is something that people who do lives buy. It's another expense, so we'll see. I think if I'm gonna keep doing this, then I'll do that. A YouTube poll may be easier. Yes, okay, we'll do that. Hey, if you cut it up enough, no one will ever know, even if they pull it apart. True. Hey doll, greetings from California. Love your channel and upcycles. Thank you. I love that you can add like little emojis. That's cool. And I like the fact that your YouTube neighbor's gothic Tanny, and you've got like a ghost pumpkin skull in your emojis. My sister's very a gothic dresser. She loves wearing black, and I actually went to a Pierce the Veil concert last week with her, and I got to like cosplay a little bit as someone who wears black. I had to borrow her t-shirt. I had to borrow a pair of Doc Martens from her, and her jacket as well, which is also black. Actually, I think I've got a picture. One sec. I was interested because when I was younger, I actually was a gothy rock gal. Um, and then I moved on to like vintage clothing, so like 50s, and now I don't know what I am, but it's whatever this is. I don't know if it's gonna be very what's it? Blurry. But yeah. See, I've got that purple lace skirt that I dyed, and then just a lot of black docs. Oh my god, docs are. I used to wear docs all the time when I was younger, but I had blisters all up the back of my heels when I came back from that, which wasn't fun. But yeah, I do like black, wearing black. I also like the women at Pierce the Veil. They're so beautiful. Oh my god. Like the makeup, like the clothing, like goth girls are so beautiful. Right. Do I need more scraps? No, I'm okay. I'm gonna do sort of an orangey at the top and then carry on with the upholstery blue at the bottom. Right. Oh god, my battery's gone down to 1 bar. If I don't make it, then thank you so much for watching this live. Thank you for being part of my first ever YouTube live. We will definitely be doing this again because it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. But I'm hoping I can make it for the next 9 minutes. I'll quickly try and answer some more questions. Lack of sleep. Tea has more, I believe. Does it? Does tea have more caffeine? I didn't know that. Sewing machine maintenance would be very handy. Yes, I'm new to machines and don't really know what I'm doing. Okay. And it's really easy to do, like basic maintenance. It's basically just cleaning and oiling. Really simple to do, so I can definitely teach that. I missed seeing that you scheduled in advance. Sorry for the confusion. Okay. Good morning all. Love the tea dresses you make. Thank you, Jennifer. I feel like I haven't done like a lot of tea towel dressmaking in ages. Again, I feel like I'm trying to move into more tutorial YouTube based things. So the order making has kind of, I've taken a bit of a step back on it a little bit, just because I really do enjoy the teaching part. But I do, when I do get a chance to make a tea towel garment, I do love it. I've actually got a video planned in a couple of weeks because I'm going to be at the Harrogate knitting and stitching show doing workshops, and I really want to make myself a tea towel dress for that. So, and like tea towel garments for that. So yeah. USB-C is the shape of the plug. I don't know what that means. I'm saving for a nice webcam to film my crafting videos. My phone is too old to hold charge while filming, especially in summer. Yeah, so I think, oh, see, look, my battery thing it's got like a big cross through it. So I'll quickly, and it won't plug in properly anymore. God, for great. Thank you. I would love to do store fashion pipeline. That's fun. During lockdown, I made a live stream for a pincushion tutorial for the ladies in my quilt guild. It was fun working together. It was so nervous. Oh. What camera do you have? A VF1 Sony, like vlogging camera. I think it's quite popular. I got it secondhand, and it came with like a big mic, and it works really well. But I think because this was my first live, there's like certain things you can have to make your battery, like I could plug this into an actual source, and I haven't. Right, I hope there'll be more lives. Really appreciate you decided to spend the time with us. Yes, we will definitely keep doing this, I promise. I was just really nervous. I've been putting this off for like 2 years, so and I feel okay about it now. Okay, I'm gonna try and like wrap this up a little bit, just because my camera battery has got a big cross through it. So okay, my camera's gone. If you can still hear me, thank you.